Hello friends, in today's lecture we are going to discuss about current electricity. Point 2.3 means chapter number 2 and point number 3. So in this current electricity, we must know that electricity can be classified into two different types. First is static and second one is current. Static electricity is stable. For example, suppose that this is a battery. This is a battery which is fully charged near about 6 volt. So this electricity is a static electricity. Suppose one ebonite rod is rubbed with any cloth, so what will happen? It will get charged. Suppose that this is a pen and I rub this pen on my hair, so what will happen? The surface of this pen will get charged. Or plastic comb is there. When this plastic comb rubbed with here, so what will happen? A pieces of paper will get attracted towards this comb. So such kind of electricity is a static electricity. This is a static electricity. Suppose that here is one more battery. This is positive charge, this is negative charge. This is also static electricity, but if this positive terminal is connected through a wire and one key is here and here is a small bulb. If the circuit is closed, then what will happen? The bulb will on and give us light. So now what will happen? Electrons will be flow from negative terminal to the positive terminal and current will be flow from positive terminal to the negative terminal. So charge will be flow. When charge will be flow, so we called it electric current. So flow of electric charge is nothing but electric current. So this is the current electricity. This is the current electricity. So there are two types of charges are there. A charges in a stable form, that is called as the static electricity, or electrostatic, that is a electrostatic. And here when current flows through a conducting or conducting wire, then it will, that static electricity is converted into a current electricity. So let's see what is meant by electric current. So 2.3.1, that is electric current. Electric current. When there is a good conductor of electricity, the charge will be flow through it, then we called it the electric current passing through a conductor. So what is the definition of electric current? So it is defined as, let Q be the total charge flowing through the conducting wire. In time t, or in other word I can say that time t is taken by a charge flowing through a conductor. Then electric current, which is denoted by capital I, in the wire can be expressed or mentioned as I is equal to, I means electric current, is equal to Q means charge and T means time. This formula tells us about electric current. So suppose that this Q means this charge contain small n number of electron. So having each charge number of electrons. So having each charge E, having each charge E, this small e is the charge on each electron and the number of electrons are small n. Then you can easily calculate Q is equal to number of electrons into charge per electrons. So this equation, this is called as equation number 1, this is called as equation number 2. So this equation 1 can become like this: Q is equal to Ne. This is Q and Q is equal to Ne. So equation 1 become I is equal to, instead of Q I will take the value of Q, that is Ne divided by T, and its SI unit of electric current is ampere, and it is denoted by capital A. We can formulate it like 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb divided by 1 second. It means that 1 ampere is equal to, when 1 coulomb charge flowing through a conductor within a second, then we can call it the current flowing through the conductor is 1 ampere. And according to this formula, we can easily write the definition of 1 ampere. Definition of 1 ampere. So what is the definition? If 1 coulomb C of charge flow through the conducting wire in 1 second, then electric current is said to be 1 ampere. This is the definition of 1 ampere. So now let's see about Ohm's law. Ohm's law. So what is Ohm's law? Suppose that this is a conductor. This is a conductor or conducting wire. And this is PD, means potential difference across this wire. So when potential difference is applied across the end of the conductor, the free electrons present in the conductor get accelerated, and this accelerated motion of electrons is opposed to resistance. For example, suppose that here is one more electric conductor and these are the free electrons. So its direction is random, like this. Like this. But when we connect this electric conductor to under potential difference, then what will happen? The electrons will move. Suppose that this is negative charge, this is positive charge. So these electrons will move in a uniform direction, in a straight line from negative terminal to the positive terminal. So this is called as the flow of current. But when these electrons are moved from negative terminal to the positive terminals, so ions or atom are always vibrate inside this conductor, and when these electrons will collide on that atoms or ions, then what happened? The current there is a restriction or a barrier is occur there to flow the electric current. So this hindrance, this obstacle is nothing but the resistance. This obstacle is nothing but the resistance, because these ions, vibrating ions or atoms, oppose to the motion of electrons, and that's why resistance is occur there. And the opposition to the motion of electrons in a conductor is characterized by a parameter and called resistance, and it is denoted by R0. So resistance is a characteristic of a conductor. Resistance is a characteristic of conductor. So what is resistor? Resistor, it is electronic device. It is electronic device used in a circuit in order to means for the sake of resist the flow of electric current. And the symbol of this resistance is like this. This is the symbol of electric current, and its unit is ohm, and denoted like this. So let's see statement of Ohm's law. Let's see the statement of Ohm's law. So Ohm's law states that V is directly proportional to I. So statement of Ohm's law. Ohm's law state that potential difference is directly proportional to current I. Potential difference is denoted by V. So in similar manner, we can write here V is directly proportional to I. That's all. Thank you.